Okay, so basically these are our tasks for today. So first we configure how to configure IP address and name upon interface, okay, of the firewall. After that, in second task, we just add the default route towards the ISP router on ASA firewall. After that, we configure the default route on routers, which is in that LAN routers and switches. In the next task, we configure the PAT on ASA firewall. Okay. If you guys have any doubt on that, so you just ping me over chat or you just unmute and ask that questions. Okay. So I have created this topology for you guys. So here basically I have created one head office network and one branch office network, and this is my ISP router from where we get the internal or get the uplinks for that internet. So here I'll put one ASA firewall, and we have one inside router, and we have one DMZ router here. So let's suppose in inside network I am using 10.1.1.0/24. This is my subnet for inside users, and 10.2.2.0/24. This is my DMZ network. And I'll also my router also connected with ISP router, and the IP address is 192.161.0/24. This is the network. Okay. So the thing is, on firewall, I usually configure on this interface giga 0/0, which is 10.1.1.250. And here on the inside router, I configure 10.1.1.100. Same here, 10.2.2.250, and here 10.2.2.100. Same here, 192.168.1.250, and here 192.161.1. Okay. So first we configure the IP address there. So our firewall able to reach to ISP router. That is our first task. After in next task, basically our inside users and DMs users can access the ISP router, or I will create one loopback here which act as a internet server. Okay, where I enable the telnet services, and these inside users and the DMZ users can access that internet server. So that is our first task. After that, we will go for that branch office configuration. Okay, so let me open my console here. So first I configure the ASA firewall. Okay, so right now do not configure anything. Let me show you that configuration interface giga 0/0. I have configured nothing as of now. 0/1 same, and 0/2 same, and also I don't have any routes. So run route. So I don't have any routes yet. Okay. So let me configure my first inside interface, which is giga 0/0. So interface, I'll put the name of giga 0/0. After that, I'll first put the no shutdown command. So by putting this no shutdown command, our interface come into the up state. Okay. Now I'll configure the IP address. 10.1.1.250. After it, I'll give the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. In ASA, we also configure the name F. Okay. So suppose this is my inside network, so I'll just configure the name F as inside. By default, when we use the inside keyword in ASA firewall, it takes the security level 100. I will tell you that what is that security level. Okay. After that, I'll again give that security level 100. So now first interface is configured. Now if you want to see the what we configure interface, we just run this command. So run interface giga. We can also use this in place of a full interface. We can use int, and in place of gigabit we can use gig g0/0. That will also work. Okay, like this. So running config interface. When we write this int, after we just press that tab, so that command will complete. Like I write this giga and I just press the tab here. Okay, so we can also run like this, these commands. Okay, so now I configure my DMZ network, which is giga 0/1. No set IP address 10.2.2.255.255.255.255.0. Now no set. After that, name it DMZ. And in DMZ network, I'll give the security level 50. I will tell you what is security level after configuration this part. Now exit from this interface. Now I will configure my giga 0/0, which is the ISP interface. So giga 0/2, no cert, IP address 192.168.1.250.255.255.255.0. Name it. Generally, in Cisco terminology, we give that ISP interface as a name of outside. So let me write the outside here. Did you see when I use outside interface, it takes the security level by default 0. If I write this one, anything here, name it like something else, it also take the same security level. In place of, let me know name if, after that if I configure this, it takes the default security level 0. So if we use the inside keyword, then it takes the security level 100. If we use apart from inside anything, it takes the security level 0. Okay, so let me change the name of again, outside. Okay, so if we want to see the IP address, what we configure interface, so we run this console interface IP brief. It gives you the IP address. Okay, so we configure these IP address. If we want to see the security level, so if we use this command, so name it. Okay, so it gives the interface, what is the name if value and what is the security level here. Okay, so we configure the IP address. If we want to see the history, so we generally use show history command here. So it gives you what we have configured here. It gives you what type of like commands we run in this firewall. Okay, so let me run interface gig 0/0. I just copy this one and paste it here. So you can also use this one for your reference. Okay, when you do that labs. Just add one more command here. No shut down. Control V. Just change the name one. DMZ. I give the security level 50. Two. outside I give the security level 0, 192, 168, 1.250. Okay, so that is the way to configure the IP addresses. Okay. Okay, so before going to my next discussion, let me tell you what is the concept of security levels. Okay. ASA security levels. What happens from high security level to lower secure lower security level traffic by default allowed. Okay, remember this interface. From high security level to low security traffic by default allowed. Okay, and from lower, generally we call security level as ISL. From lower security level to high security level traffic by default deny. Okay. Now there is also one more condition. Same security level. In case of same security level, we need to allow the traffic. By default, traffic is denied. Okay. So if we have a same security level like we have a security level like 50 on two interfaces. So we need to run one command. I will tell you the command that same security level. Okay. So and if we have a like security level 100 in inside interface right now. Okay. And we have a security level 0 in our outside interface. So from inside to outside everything is allowed. Means from inside network to outside network everything is allowed. Okay, because we have a 100 security level here and 0 here. Okay, and in DMZ also we have a 50 and in outside we have a 0. So from DMZ to outside is also allowed all traffic. Okay, but from DMZ to inside traffic is not allowed because DMZ have a security level 50 and inside have a 100. Okay, so if we want to allow that traffic from DMZ to inside, for this we need to write a ACL, access control list. Okay, I will tell you that access, what is the access control list and why we use. Okay, so you just remember here what is the like concept of security level. And also one more thing, that security level value start from 0 and end till 100. Okay, so that security level is between like greater than from 0 equals to, okay, we can set a 0 and 100, between 0 to 100. So our second task is how to add a default route on Cisco SFR. Any of you know what is the default route? Anyone? Ivan, do you know what is default route? Why we use this? And okay, okay. So this is the like same security point. So the thing is, what happens if we have a same security level in two interfaces. Okay, like I created that two interfaces. Like here we have DMZ and the inside interface. If I set the security level same 50 here and 50 also in DMZ, for that by default that traffic is denied. Okay, so we need to open. So if we want to allow this traffic, for that we need to run a command. So let me show you the command format. Okay, there's a this is the same security traffic permit enter interface. This is the command. We need to run this command. After that RESA firewall allow traffic between the same security levels. Okay. Now I hope you clear Punya, right? We use for out of subnet combination. Yeah, we can use any combination. Okay. You are asking that subnet mask. We can use anything. Here I am using 24. You can use anything. Okay. Let me show you. See if let me add take one new interface. Okay, if you want to set the show IP address like 10.4.4.4, okay, we can use this combination also. We can either use this one also here, no problem. We can use either anything. Okay, it allowed. We can use this one also. We can run this command also if we want to see this one here. Okay, so nobody is for that. Virtual gateway. Okay, now it is clear. Okay, so the actual gateway. What do you mean? Can you repeat this question again, man? So wait. Okay, now I will tell you the what is default gateway. Okay, or default route, and default gateway. See, when we see in our system, we generally configure default gateway, right? IP address, default gateway, and subnet mask and the DNS configuration. When we so if we want to see our network sharing center, so we use this command ncpa.cpl. So if I take my Wi-Fi adapter here, see we have IP address, we have subnet mask, and we have a default gateway. Okay, default gateway means anything in our system. Okay, if our system got any destination, for that we don't have a route. Okay, that particular route. So that's our system send this data towards our default gateway. Okay, so that is the like concept of default gateway, and same thing same we can also say default route is also a same. So in default route what happens if ASA receive any traffic for which it not have particular not a particular route, so it sends this traffic towards a towards our default route. Okay. So if I go to into ASA firewall and I run this command show route. So the thing is, in ASA routing table, we have a route for 10.1.1.0. We have a route for 10.2.2.2.0, and we have a route for 192.168.1.0. Okay, one in our internet, in public internet, we have lots of routes, right? So the thing is, and we don't know like actual IP address, actual destination there. So generally, what happens? We configure one default route. So if ASA receives anything for like, we can take an example of Facebook. So if any user want to access the Facebook website, so what happens? We generally our firewall, our client send a connection request to Facebook server. Okay, so basically what in our client PC, we don't have a particular destination IP address there. So basically that particular PC send this request towards the gateway always, and that gateway have all the entries. So in case our ISP router have all the entries, okay, for Facebook, for Google, everything is available there, every route is available there. So after that he just send this traffic towards that server. So that is the like process of default gateway. So how we can configure that default gateway? So for this, I need to configure this route. I give this in outside because this is available in our outside network. See, this is our outside network. Okay, route outside. After it, I'll give the destination. So I don't know the particular destination. I use the 00. Every product in production environment also we use 00 only. Okay. After that, I give the next of IP address 192.168.1.1. That is the IP address of my router interface, which is this interface IP address. Okay. So route. Now I have one static route, okay, in my table, which is pointing towards the outside interface, and the next hop is 192.168.1.1. So if our firewall receives the any traffic related to, like if he received the traffic for 172.168.1.100, so let's suppose this server. So basically for this server he send this traffic towards our default gateway only. Okay, so he just send out this traffic to the that ISP router. So let me also copy this command here and paste it over there. Okay, now let me start the configuration in my routers. So let me first pick the ISP router here. Generally in production we don't have any access of ISP routers, so they give you the only one IP address and the default gateway in that time. Okay, so I'll give into the I just move into the configuration mode and let me check the interfaces. So this fast giga 0 is my interfaces, which is towards the head office firewall. So let me take this interface 0/0. We can use this one. We can also use this one. Full command interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay. IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. Okay. So let me also open ASA here and initiate the ping. Okay, ping 192.168 1.1 with a repeat count of 100. Let's suppose it work with this. Okay, that is working. So ping is not working. What is the reason? Can you anyone able to tell? Anyone? Yeah, good. Yeah, we need to run the no shut command here. No shutdown. As I run the no shut command, it will start pinging, right? If we want to see it is pinging the actual device or not, we just run this command debug IP ICMP. Okay, and after that, let me initiate the ping from here. So it is pinging, right? This is the IP address or my firewall. So by doing this, we can check it is like pinging or not. Okay. So, and if you want, after when you enable the debugging, you just disable also. So use this command undebug and all. Okay. This command undebug all. This is the full command. Okay. So let me if I remove the default route here from here. So if I want to remove the default route, I just add this command no route and I run this one. So right again. I'm not able to see here any default route. Okay. Now if I want to ping again 192.168 1.1. Yeah, I am pinging. Why? Anyone? You have a routing information there and ping is also working. What is the reason it is working? Why? See, we have a one connected route over there. This one directly connected onto the outside interface. Okay. Yes, yes, correct. And we have a one connected out over there. So let me add one loopback interface here. Okay. So if you want to, we can also write this one as an interface loopback 0, or we can use interface L0. Okay. I give the IP address. Let's say I give the DNS, the public IP here, 255.255.255.0 and no set. Okay. Do if I want to see the IP address. So remember in ASA we run this command do so. Sorry, in router we run this command do so IP interface brief to check the routing, to check the IP address in the interface. And if we want to run this command in firewall, so here we run so interface IP brief. Okay. So in router we use the IP, after we use interface. But in case of firewall we use the interface then IP. Okay, remember this thing because people are always like forgot this that thing. So now I created one loopback interface here, and if I want to ping that loopback interface, can I ping? I'm not able to ping, right? And it is also giving us no route to this host. Okay, so let me add one default route now because it's a like internet. So we can go either with the static routes, but that router is designed for netting and firewalling things. We can't. It is not a routing device. So we always use one default route. Okay, 00. we use 40 only, okay, and the 192.168.1.1. Okay, sorry, I forget to add the interface route outside. We can also use 10 after that 0. Okay, that will also work here. Now, if you want to show history here, okay, we can, by doing this, we can check the history what we configured. Okay, if we want to copy any command, we just select this one like this. After we just right click, it copied automatically. Okay. Now, if I check my routing info, so route. Now there is a default route. Okay.
Venkat, I'm sorry to
So
interrupt.
you are asking that IP address
The IP
between two
address which you
interfaces.
type is for the default route 0.0.0 and then 0.0.0 and then this
Okay.
192.168.1.1, right? Now, what if
Yes.
it's not a zero IP address? It's like, if we have like
Yes.
192, type of IP address, what if we have that kind of situation?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that. But generally, what happens, we don't know that public IP ranges, right? Because it's a lot. It's huge. So generally, we use the 000. That is the because our firewall designed for firewalling things, not for routing. If we start adding the static route for public route or public IPs also, the thing is our ASA
Makes
routing
sense.
table is flooded and it stop working. Okay. That is the reason we can add and we can add.
Okay.
So let me show you. I will add one static route for this network. Okay, 192.162.0. No worries. So for that I'll just add route outside 192.168.2.0 255 255 255.0 and the next to 192.168 1.1. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. If I run the console route, here we have one static route now. Okay, we do that thing static routing also, but if we have any other network, so not I will add some loopback interfaces on
Okay.
this inside
Perfect.
host as
And
well as
sir,
on
one
NG
one
host.
one more
After that I
question.
will
Might
show
be
you how we
stupid.
can add the
I'm sorry,
static
but in
routes. Okay.
ASA, we just see that there's a star in front of
Yeah.
the
Okay.
S,
Yeah,
and
please.
and it's 0.0.0, and then we create another default route. So, sir, is there any specific difference between?
Okay. Yeah, this one. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a default route.
All right.
See, default route means we have all zeros. Default mean anything, any subnet. Okay. And static, this it's a, like a static route. Okay.
Okay.
And we have a meaning of this S. That's for candidate default. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We have every meaning of this star and S means
Okay.
static. Okay. Here we have this notation of S. Actually, these are the all a routing thing, man. Okay. So I will show you how we can enable the OSPF, EIGRP, that protocols. Okay, no worries. But actually, if you learn these things in routing class,
Okay.
that will be beneficial because it's a firewall class, so I can teach you the firewalling thing, not routing. But I will tell you like we use that default route and
Perfect.
static
Thank you,
route
sir.
always in firewall. I will tell you how we can add the static route, how we can configure that default route, everything. Okay, no worries. Okay, thank you, one. So okay, so the thing is, I'll added one. Okay, let me open this ISP now. So now I want to ping this one. Okay, this public IP address. and I also added one. So I also added the default out here. Okay, so let me ping 8.8.8.8 with the repeat count of 10. So now it is working. Okay, so that is the live way. If I add another, like another loopback one IP address, let's suppose I give the IP address of 100.100.100.100 255.255.255.0. Let's make it here and the no set. After that, I will also add one more loopback interface to IP address 2.2.200.255.255.255.0. Do so IP interface and grid. So my loopback interface is up. Okay. So now if I want to also ping these interfaces, now the ping will work. Okay. 100.100.100.100. It is working. Ping for 200. 200.200.2. Sorry. 200.200. It is working. Okay. So here we have these IP address like 8.8.8, 100. I don't have anything for like 150. So let me, if I start ping here 150.150.150.150, and also let me start the debug IP ICMP with a repeat count of, let's suppose, 20. See, I am getting this message, host unreachable sends, because I don't have any network for related to 150 in my ISP. And the thing is, in ASA firewall, it is sending all the traffic for which it don't have the routing information in the routing table to the ISP router, to the default gateway. Okay. So now I think default gateway is clear all for all of you. What is the like purpose of default gateway? Okay. And all. Okay, so in what is my next task here? How to add a default route, so it is done. Now how to configure default route on LAN routers and switches, and also the IP address in router and switches. Okay, so let me go to in my Insight router here. So first I run the enable command. Now I am in setup that privilege mode. After that I will go to in configuration mode here. Okay, now I configure my interfaces. I think so. I'll just go to interface. So first, if you want to check what is the like configuration in my router, so do so IP interface and brief. Okay, this command we use for switch. So now we have nothing. Okay, so let me now add the configure the IP address. So here I will use interface fast ethernet 0/0. First command is no shutdown. After that IP address. So when we run this command, so generally that line protocol comes up. Okay, that's why we get this message here. IP address 10.1.1.100 255.255.255.0. Do so IP interface and brief. Okay. Now I'll configure the IP address. Okay. Hold on. Come on. So let me also add two loopback here. Okay. Interface loopback 0. We use same command, interface loopback 0 IP address. Let me add the 172 network, that class B network. Okay. 192.16.1 dot 100 255 255 255 dot 0 and the no set. Now I create the again another loopback 1 interface IP address 172.16 2 dot 100 after the subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and the no set. In loopback interface we not need to run any no set command. Okay, it comes up by default. Okay, so now if I check my IP configuration, so IP interface in brief. So my IP address is configured, all my interface has state. Okay. Now if I check the routing information, so here we use in ASA we use sort route command, but in this sorry in router we use the IP route command. Okay. So we have a route for 172.16.1.0 network and 172.16.2.0 network and 10.1.1.0 network. Okay. Now there is a one question. Now if my inside users want to go to that public internet, okay, so we need to add any default route or not here? Anyone? Just type in chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to add one default route as well in ASA firewall. So anything which ASA receives which is not in routing table, it sends this information to the firewall. Okay, for that kind of traffic it sends to the firewall if we add the default route. Okay, so now I'll configure one default route IP, that this is the command for the router how we can add IP route. Here we need to write all zeros, man. Here basically that 00 concept will not work. We need to write all the zeros here. What is the next hop for this router? Anyone? Cool. The firewall IP address 10.1.1.250. Done. So IP route. Now we have a default route towards the firewall. Okay. So now if I want to go to that, okay, I will tell you this concept. Okay, let me also configure the DMZ network for now. Okay, because after that net will start. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me add few routes in my firewall. Let me also open my ISP router. And here I am just going to enable the Diva IP ICMP. So the thing is, this network 172.16 1.100 and 2.0, this network behind this router. Okay, so if I'll ping this IP address from my firewall 172.16 1.100, And also let me start the debug IP ICMP here. We are not getting any traffic here, and all the traffic it is sending towards the ISP router. See, we are getting these messages here, right? This one. So Ivan, here is one question. What we need to do in ASA firewall? So it starts sending this data towards the inside router for the network of 172.16.1.0 and 172.172.16.2.0. Anyone? Okay. If I check the routing table of my ASA firewall, so route, what we have? We have a default route and we have a route for 10.1.0, 10.2.2.0 and 192.168.1.0. Okay. Okay. See, the thing is, if I want to reach these networks, which is in my inside router, so IP interface video. For these router 172.16.1.0 and 172.16.2.0, what I need to configure in my firewall, because right now if I initiate the ping request from my firewall, it's sending this data towards the ISP router. So how we can mitigate this problem? How we can resolve this issue? What we need to configure in firewall now? Anyone? No, not ACL. See, here we have these network 172.16 in my inside network. This is my firewall, and my firewall right now sending this data towards the ISP router. But what I want now, I want my firewall start sending the data towards that inside router. We need to make a connection between. No man, no. You are just near to that answer. Okay, no worries. I will tell you. See, let me also open the firewall. If I run this command, so run route, so route. So we don't have any route. Okay, we right now we have only default route. So default route means if ASA receives any data, it is or if any data which is initiated through that from that ASA, it sends towards the next hop. Okay, which is the ISP router. Okay, so we need to add one static route. So now in that static route, we give the next hop IP address of inside HO router. So after that ASA starts sending this data towards the towards the inside HO router. Okay. So we need to add a static route here. So how we can add the static route? After I'll define my interface inside and the subnet. Okay. 172.16.1.0. After that subnet mask and the next hop, which is 10.1.1.100. Okay, because we have a 100 in this fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, if you want to check, You just this one 10.1.1.100. Okay, so I'll use this command only. Okay, now let me open three tabs here, one for ISP, one for ASA, and one for HO, inside HO. Okay, now this time if I ping this network 172.16.1.100, it is pinging, and it is also sending data towards that the right guy. Okay, now this 172.16.1.0, we have a loopback in that inside router, this one. Okay, so now next question. Come on, inside and HOASA. If I start ping to this one, this guy, 2.100, which is also available in my inside firewall. See, even I don't have any connectivity in my inside HO with that interface fast Ethernet 1/0, because I don't want to add, like, it takes, if I add more devices then my CPU goes dumped. I don't want this one as of now, that's why. So now how I can also resolve this problem, this one. Okay, because if I this network is my in my inside network. Okay, this is the IP address which is available in my inside router, and our firewall sending this data towards the ISP router. So how I can resolve this problem again? Again, anyone? For this network, it is sending this data also towards the outside interface. Yeah, we can do this one also. But the thing is, I am using the that netmask of 24 length. Okay, if you see, do so run interface loopback 0. So run interface loopback 0. See, I'm using the subnet mask of 24. That's why we can use this one as well also. Okay, but I am just going here with more specific. Now I hope you are clear, Sai. If I add this network, then it includes everything. Okay, accept this 172.16, and if I use anything 0 to like 255, anything in third octet and as well in fourth octet, it include all the routes. So I always go with the specific because it creates sometimes problems in my network always. So make sure you guys go with specific if you are working in production environment. So for this network, how I can, like, how I can resolve this problem, because for this also it is sending data towards the ISP. Okay, not towards the inside. Anyone? So IP interface belief. Anyone, man? Just now I led one static route. I need to do the same thing for this network as well. Okay, so if I go to in my ASA, you can also use these. Repeat this command by going to there. You just add here 2. Okay, 2.0. Now if I again ping Now I'm getting this data to bus. So this is the like how we can configure the static route in my firewall. Okay. So here what I write now to configure the default route. So I'll just show you how we can configure the IP address in the routers. IP address 10.1.1.100.255.255.255.0 and the no shutdown. Okay. If I want to create any loopback interface, let me use full name here loopback 0 IP address 172.16.1.0 sorry 1.100 255 255 255.0. Okay, and if I want to add the route here, IP default IP route 0.0.0.0 0.0.0.0 10.1.1.250. Okay, so now you can simulate this. So I am also recording this session. So according to that, you guys can also do the practice. Okay, you just watch the video, and I am also writing the few commands here. So if you want to recall these things, so you can use as a reference that time when you are doing the practicals. Okay. Now the next thing, how to configure port address translation on ASA firewall for translation of private IPs into the public IPs. Anyone know what is the PAT? Just unmute and tell me. Anyone? Anyone know NAT? What is NAT?
NAT is a one-to-one address translation, and PAT is many-to-one.
Anyone know what is NAT or PAT? Okay. Okay, cool. That is the right answer. So NAT is a 1-to-1. Okay. Means if we have a 10, we have 100 public IP, then let me write full statement here. If we have 100 public IP address, then only 100 users can go to internet. Okay, means it's like 1-to-1 mapping. If let me also mention can go to internet. Go to internet at a time. Okay, so net means there is a 1-to-1 mapping only. If we have 100 users in my inside network and I have a pool of 10 public IP addresses, then only 10 users can access the internet at the same time. Okay. To resolve this problem, basically people start using PAT. PAT is a port address translation. So we have a range of port numbers from 0 to 655 35. Okay, so in that range, anyone know what is the like balloon ports? Yeah, correct. This is a PAT. So we have a like balloon port, which is reserved for few activities. This is 0 to 1023. Okay. So basically, what happens in PAT? If we have a one public IP addresses, if we have only one public IP address, then around usually we say around 60,000 users can go for internet at the same time, because that time network address translation happens on the basis of port numbers. Remember this thing. Okay, that's why PAT we can call PAT as a one to many. Sorry, many to one. Many to one. Okay. So generally ASA start patting from 10242 to 65535. Okay. So means around 60,000, or you can say because there is also some limitation is there, because every vendor like Palo Alto, Checkpoint, like Checkpoint start that PAT address translation from not from 10,024, it start from 10,000. Okay, so every vendor have a limitation and they are not opening that algorithm, because if they just like give that information to everyone, that time what happens, basically there is a lots of session hijacking happen, so it may cause a lots of attacks. Okay, so people are not basically telling these, that is also not basically publicly open that algorithm which they use for patting. Okay, so you just remember this thing, around 60k. Okay, user. So how we can configure? Generally in production we use PAT always, not NAT. No one go for NAT. Okay, everyone go for PAT only. So let me tell you how we can configure the PAT in ASA firewall. If we want to configure PAT in ASA firewall, so first we use the object network PAT. I'll just give this name. You can give any name here. Okay, anything. So I'll usually give the PAT, or you can also give PAT for outside. You can well like this name. After that we define our subnet. Okay, so what happens in PAT, I include all the subnets, all IP addresses. Okay, 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0.0. After that I'll just write my net statement, net inside to outside interface, sorry, dynamic interface. Okay, enter. So run net. So here I have a net, my net statement. Okay, we can also run this command, so net. It gives you the translation like traffic from inside going to outside, which is patted into the IP address of interface, because outside interface usually have a public IP address always. Okay, so basically here I use the interface. Okay, if I have two public IP address. Okay, let me, if I have a two two public IP address for patting. Okay. So one is which is configured in my interface right now 192.168.1.250. Let's suppose I also have 192.168.1.251. Let's suppose this IP address I also have. Okay. So if I want to configure the patting on this IP address, then command is same. Okay. So let me show you the practical for this one first. So let me write one access list. I will tell you what is the meaning of this ACL. I will tell you everything about access. Just now here you just focus on patting. Access group out interface outside. We have inside HO and we have ISP router. Okay. Ping. So let me ping the ISP with a repeat count of 10. That ISP server. It is working. See, source is 8.8.8 and destination is 192.168.1.250. This is the IP address of our firewall, right? Firewall outside interface. So now patting happens, okay? And all. Now basically patting happens with on this IP address. So IP address of this interface. So IP interface brief 10.1.1.100 change into 192.168.1.250. Okay. And if you want to check in ASS, so we run this command so net. So exilate. That is the command. Okay. Here you see ICMP pat from inside IP address 10.1.1.100, which is patted onto the outside interface 192.168.1.250. Okay. So from the by using this we can see it is patting happen. Or we also have one command so connection. So localhost so exit in detail. So exit. See this table is so timeout. There is some timeout value for these. That's why basically that connection goes from there. We have isolate timeout around. This is for dynamic net and this is for 30-second only. Okay. That's why in 30-second that exilate entries is gone from our firewall. So if let me again initiate the ping. So exilate. So it is like patting with into this 192.1.100. Okay. Now let me also show you one interesting thing. Ping 8.8.8.8 with the source loopback 0. Okay. Now now I'm pinging as a source with the loopback IP address. So if I again run this so exit command. So now this is our loopback IP address which is patting into the same 192.168.1.250. Okay. So that is the way pat works. Let me now, so right now I am using the outside interface IP address. Okay. So if I have a one more public IP address, so how I can configure the pat with this? So let me modify the same net statement. So run object So I usually use these. I'll just copy things. Okay, in the subnet 0000000 net inside comma outside dynamic. Okay, we can define the interface. Okay, or we can define the IP address, mapped IP address. So if the IP address is 192.168.1.251, I use this IP address, this one. Object to 192.168. Sorry, actually I'll enter the wrong IP address. Okay. So exit. So exit we use for checking the translation information. Okay, net translations. So let me again initiate the ping and so exit. See now 172.168.100 patting on to the other IP address 192.168.1.251. Okay, multiple address to public. So like that is the way how we can configure the pad with the interface IP address or with another IP address which is like public IP address. Okay. Okay, so I think man. Okay, so today I am just going to stop this class now and we will continue with the like same. So let me just copy that command here. Okay, and today we will see some more variation with the pet and static net as well. Okay, object network. So actually I want that email ID of all of you. So here is my email ID. So you can just ping me your email ID. So I will share you that video link, and apart from that I will also share you that GNS3 or either eVNG link. So you can download these softwares, and I will tell you how you can configure these softwares in your system. And otherwise I will share you some YouTube links for that. So there they explain everything how you can configure these devices. Okay, at gmail.com. Please guys drop a mail on that same one. Okay, or you just collect one guys, either inform to Santosa, he will drop that Santosh, so he will drop me that information. Okay, subnet 0000. Sorry, sorry. Okay. Okay guys, see you. I hope you have another class with Mahinder. Okay, so you just continue with him, and at the same time you just ping me that email ID after when you finish your routing and switching class. So I will drop that thing with you, that videos and also some ASA related documents from Cisco. Okay. Okay, bye. Do you have any question? Then you can ask me if you have anyone. Okay, cool guys. Bye. Have a nice day.